What show is this?
What is up, guys? This is Merc with the mic, and this is another The Wrestling Babble, the weekly podcast by Red Cycle Inc. I am the Merc with the mic, and I'm alongside Louis Beans.
What's up?
Star Supreme.
What's happening? Now I know what show this is.
Shit.
Oh man, what is up, guys? This week, passing the Hell in a Cell. We didn't do our Hell in a Cell review, so we probably have a little Hell in a Cell review. We will also be talking about the big news with Neville and walking out the WWE and seeing that actually is a true thing.
Him being
not a true thing.
Him being on a milk carton.
Pretty much. And
He's
then,
missing right alongside Cesaro's teeth.
Yeah, he probably on the next episode of Bazango's the Fashion Files.
Oh,
I hope his picture's on the wall. Please let his picture be on the wall.
We would have Gravity found him.
Yeah.
Oh man, so Hell in a Cell passed this last Sunday. Surprisingly, was probably one of my favorite pay-per-views this year.
I liked it very much.
Yeah, almost every match. Almost every match.
I say the downfall of the pay-per-view was the Orton Rusev. If you don't agree,
yeah, Hanson Rusev disappointed me.
I thought that match was all right, but yeah, that was probably the lowest point.
Because even the kickoff match was decent.
Okay.
What was the
only match I missed?
Yeah, me too. I didn't see it either.
The Hype Bros versus the other tag team. Benjamin and Gable.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
That was the kickoff match for Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
Okay.
So you know what? We were running through a little Hell in a Cell review, and then we talk about the whole Neville situation, and then our highlights are this week.
Okay.
So, Hell in a Cell will be first. All right. So, like I said, the kickoff match. Seeing that you guys didn't watch the kickoff match, kickoff match was a decent match. It was pretty much just a run match with Hype Bros versus Gable and Shelton Benjamin. It was a decent tag match, nothing special, but it was a decent kickoff. So I rated it a 3. It was a fun, decent kickoff. So the big match, this is, I think, my favorite match of the night. And we've been talking about very good about these guys for the past couple of podcasts. Was the Usos and the New Day in the Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
What they did in a Hell in a Cell for the limitations they know they have, and they just with it.
Yeah.
I give them so much credit. And one thing I give this pay-per-view a lot of credit. Both Hell in a Cells were not the same.
True enough. I like the innovation with the New Day and the Usos, man. Just if that match almost reminded me of that really bad match between Dean Ambrose and Jericho, and it's just like that could have turned out so much different had they had the innovation in that match. Because look at what you get with a bunch of weapons. Like, you think it would get ridiculous? You saw the cowbell.
Yeah,
So,
this one was. Yeah, this one was the weapon match. They just pull out every fucking stopper with the weapons and everything like that, and they wailed on each other. They beat the shit out of each other with these things.
They managed to not make it a joke match too. Like, they had the candy coated kendo sticks and whatnot, and they still made everything seem like it hurt. Like, I mean, I know it did, especially Xavier Woods. I know he got fucked up, but like, they made everything hurt.
Yeah.
The different color trombones was hilarious. He just kept calling for it.
Yep.
Give me another.
Oh man, how many were under that, right?
There was 5 of them joints under there.
Oh shit! But yeah, that just that innovation. Like, who the hell would have a trombone? Like, you know what that felt like? That felt like when you play the game and they have a custom weapon.
Yeah.
Like, New Day's custom weapon is a trombone.
Yeah. So, actually, in the game, it is like he actually blow it too.
So I think for real, that's probably what they were going for. So it made sense.
But But for this is the first ever tag team Hell in a Cell match. I think they broke the barrier and be like, "Yo, we're probably gonna be the top tag team Hell in a Cell for a long time." Everything they did in this match made sense. Everything they did in this match was crisp and just made sense with the how their rivalry went. And this being the last match off, and I'm happy they made this the last match off this rivalry for now. Made so much sense, and I was fine with the. You know what? This was a match that I didn't care about the winner or loser.
True enough.
I just
me neither.
I think they just needed to steal the show, and I think that's what they did.
I mean, I'm glad now the Usos have something else to call the Uso Penitentiary. Like,
yeah,
for future reference, should they have another Hell in a Cell, they can always call it that.
Yeah. Now that could be called that. Yeah, that's true. But this is clearly a 5-star match for me. This was my match of the night. I don't think nothing. I think the other Hell in a Cell was really good, but I think this one was just how it was put together, how much care was put into this match, and I just love the fact that these two got the two tag teams. I think they established themselves so high up there that they controlled their feud. They don't have to listen to anyone backstage. If they want to put something in it, they have enough trust to put whatever they want in that match.
Word.
And the other good thing was just that they knew how to keep it fresh with every match.
Yeah.
So that shows a definite awareness of what's going on. Like, you can tell they probably watched the matches after they had them because they're like, well, we can't do this again. We can't do that again. Because, you see so many times when people fight themselves, WWE's in that cycle of everybody fighting each other like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
They start to get, the matches either start to get worse and worse, or it's just, you lose that luster. Not these two. Not these two.
Yeah, my other thing with the match, and I love when they use Big E as the fucking powerhouse. When he fucking starts like non-selling and just starts whooping everyone's ass. I love that Big E, the side of Big E, and it's very rare that you see that here and there. But when you see it, you remember how fucking good he actually is.
Sure enough.
Xavier is an amazing wrestler as well. He's willing to take, he's willing to give. And I think that was what helped them to keep those match and rivalry going, is the fact that they could switch out. So not all the matches were the fucking same, and you got different feels of the match in every fucking match they had. So from Xavier and Kofi teaming up, it was more high flying, and they changed their finisher. Xavier and Big E, they do a bunch of different moves. Xavier and Big E Kofi does the different moves. So I think that really helps it as well.
Right.
That fucking STF to the backstabber was fucking dope off the ring. That was a highlight. That I didn't see that coming, and when he ran and just backstabbed him out the ring.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, that match was fun. But I was very happy with this match. There's not much more I could say, just that this was my favorite match. Probably one of my top matches of this year.
Yeah, it's up there. It was a fun match. It was so entertaining the whole way through. It didn't slow down. It was just action packed, and stuff was going on throughout the whole thing. Like, it was barely any rest spots, and if there were rest spots, it was quick. It wasn't even that long.
Yeah, they weren't noticeable, and you understand.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yo, they just beat the shit out of each other with kendo sticks." I understand why they're not fighting right now.
The kendo stick trap into the corner of the cage, that was dope. I was like, "Oh man, he could have just stayed there. That could have been it. Like, that could have been the end of it, but it wasn't."
And then the handcuffs. They did a lot of things. They put everything in this match, and it shows. It was probably one of the best matches this year. I'll say the rivalry better win like a reward for best rivalry of the year, because I think this was the best rivalry so far.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I'll give it 5.
Yeah.
Easy 5. Easy 5 for me.
And you know what? I felt bad for the rest of the baby. He was like, "You got to go out after this."
Exactly. That's why I felt bad for Handsome Rusev. I was like, "Damn, dog. This is the worst spot to be in."
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wonder who has to follow this shit. Or here's I was like, Oh, that sucks.
All right. Going into the next match then. Handsome Rusev
Speaking of which,
versus Randy Orton. Exactly.
This was probably the best of the matches that they had. Because, like, weren't two of them like a minute long?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not saying much, but it was still better than most of the stuff that, There was probably like one of Randy's better matches that he's had. And like even the match he had with Shinsuke, I thought was like worse than this.
Yeah. Randy hasn't had a good match in a long time.
No, not a really good one. No, not in a while.
I think the last one he had was on a SmackDown with Luke Harper.
Huh.
that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like the last good match I feel that he had.
Shout out to the Bludgeon Brothers. They got something to do. They got something to do.
Yeah, we'll actually talk. We'll get into that later in the cast. But yeah, it's real. It's happening. Randy Orton, Rusev, like just how fast we forgot about talking about the match. That's how I felt about the match. It was a better match than what they are, but I think Rusev really needed this pick me up to get him into a status because Randy Orton surely did not need it with this match.
Shout out to the Macho Man with the Rusev Day sign. I saw that.
Yeah. So this match gets a 2 from me.
I give it a 3 because I like Rusev.
Yeah, it's a 3 because of Handsome Rusev.
Yeah.
And that's all we got to say about that.
He's the real life Zangief. He's basically the real life Zangief.
Yeah. A 2.
If I had to have a wrestler represent Red Cyclone Inc., it might be Handsome Rusev.
Yep.
Yeah.
He used to be in a suit, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that's missing.
He doesn't go back barefoot.
He's just screaming in a suit. That's all.
Yeah.
No shoes.
Barefoot in a suit. He used to be barefoot.
No shoes. No socks.
Oh man, it's just like Kenta, Hideo Itami, no socks.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Never socks. I didn't know Hideo Itami was Dominican.
All right. Third match of the night was the United States Championship match, which surprised me as being a really good match as well. Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, and Tyler Dillinger fight for the U.S. title. I was extremely happy and surprised that Baron Corbin win, but I saw the fact that Ty was in it. I was like, watch, Ty's going to take the pin now.
Yep.
I thought because those two were in it, one of those two could have won off of each other. Like, they wouldn't let them pin AJ. That's why I felt. So, yeah. It was basically the same thing. I was hopeful that it was Ty Dillinger's turn to get something and run wild with something for a little bit to see what he could do. But, Baron Corbin, I'm a fan of his too. So, that's all.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his music. So I was like, oh, I was so going for him.
He needs new fucking gear. I know he just got new pants that, again, they bother me because they look like they don't fit. You see the design? They look like high waters because they have a printed cuff on them, but there's no actual cuff. So next time you look at his pants, it's like, why are they cuffed so high? They're not. They're just printed like, it's just something that bugs the fuck out of me. I'm like, why don't you just put boots on? Put what? All right, whatever, dude. But he needs a dramatic gear change to match that music. That shit is dope.
Yeah, the music's dope.
He needs an upgrade in his attire. Like, he needs like he needs to put on those vests he was wearing like more often.
His old pants.
When is he gonna shave his head? When is he gonna give up? Is he gonna be like Hogan? No. He should keep it. Because he's kind of got that grimy look to him.
He's gonna keep it to the last strain.
He's gonna be like Hogan. He's gonna have the Chinese fake blonde extensions in the back with a do-rag on.
Oh shit, no. No, it's just that, all right, dude can never be like a straight up face if you keep the balding, because it works with bad guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Aiden English. I have no complaints.
No, me neither.
Oh, he's all wispy, but you know what? It works.
This works for him.
Because he's a villain. So
his he's married also to Eddie Guerrero's daughter.
Who's that? Who?
Ro. I think.
No. Which one of them is Aiden English or the other guy?
Aiden English.
Ah, how about that?
Yeah. He's married too.
Spicy.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm happy for Corbin. I like the match too. There were some pretty good spots in the match too.
I thought the match itself, the match in general, was just really good. I was just really happy with it. I thought their spots were really good. I think Baron Corbin and AJ are really like finding their niche in the ring together.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always highlighted with Baron Corbin is one of the few big guys that work better with small guys.
Sure enough.
He just works a lot better with people like smaller than him. Like he knows how to sell them really well. He knows how to work with them really well. And I think they highlighted because some of his best matches were with small guys. If you look at this chair match with Kalisto last year, and then this year with AJ Styles, he always had decent, like really good matches with AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, what was it? The Tuesday afters any indication, they just got better. So
yeah. But I think this match was a solid. I gave it a 4.5. Like I really enjoyed. No, I gave it a 4. I enjoyed the match for what it was. I'm happy that Baron Corbin finally got his title belt. And as much as everyone's saying, "Oh, he got downgraded," you know what? He still had a silent push. He was still getting pushed. It's just the fact that he got demoted with the push. He was like, "You know what? We're gonna give you a secondary title and see how you do with that."
Well, I just think it was just like a character thing.
Yeah.
Him losing the match. It's like it was no real what you want to call burial or heat against him. But it was like, well, fuck it. Let's just throw this stuff against the character and see how you react to it.
Exactly.
And so I like how he's kind of evolving his anger now. You know what I mean? Like you can see it. And he talks more shit during the match. Like that's one of the few things I like about him too. Is like it's kind of that Kevin Owens thing of he's good at talking shit during a match.
Yeah. And his promos are getting a lot better. Like he's getting more comfortable with his promos, and you know what? He shows some signs of great promos against Austin Aries back in NXT. So I always saw it was there, but now he's getting his niche and getting it back and getting more comfortable just talking. And I like for a big guy, he don't like space his fucking words because that's something that Big Cass annoys the shit out of me with. Like I like the fact that he just talks and he actually shows a lot of aggression and whatnot. I was happy like on SmackDown to finally see it End of Days because I don't remember what was the last time I saw it End of Days.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
So seeing it End of Days finish a match and actually him winning cleanly was like, oh shit. So I want him to have a decent run with the US title, having some good matches. I think they're gonna move on for him and Ty. I think AJ is gonna move on to the WWE title. So we'll see what happens with the US title. I hope Baron Corbin has a decent run. I can say he don't have to have a long run, but a decent run.
I think AJ's got some unfinished business though. I think he's still got to deal with Shinsuke soon.
Yeah, but I see him going for the world title before he fights with Shinsuke. There's no point of him fighting with Shinsuke. If it was on the title,
If he's let's finish the pay-per-view first because I want to get into that. So for the match, I would give it a 4. I like this match a lot.
Yeah, same here. I give it a 4 as well.
So
yeah, I give it a 4.
And I was happy with the win.
Mm-hmm.
Next match was Charlotte Flair versus Natty, which I actually again this was another good match and I actually I did not mind the way it ended. I did not mind it because this was a beginning and they didn't really have a lot of time to work on this little rivalry they had. So this ending was fine for this to build up the next one.
Please don't stand in the street in podcast.
The Diesel's about to come out.
Oh shit.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
He's gonna break his quad.
Hold on, here come the space cops.
It's the battle of the alarms.
Yeah. See, that's what happened. Diesel came in and he cheered his squad, and so the ambulance went right behind him.
Oh, he blew his quad again? Stop stepping. Stop walking.
Yeah.
Just sit down.
Just don't even go in the ring. Stay away from
Ever again.
His fucking leg exploded. He just took a step. He tried to run and his leg exploded. Jesus.
So Charlotte and Natty, where you go?
I was gonna go into it. I really like this match because personally, this was my second favorite match of the night.
Okay.
Because this reminded me of like a Brett versus Nate. Like the way Natty got on her legs, like so hard, like so hardcore, reminded me of like that's what Brett would do to somebody.
Yeah.
He's gonna soften that leg up, and he's gonna do the put your leg on the ropes and do the shit where he jumps up and sits on it like straight out of the heart, to start the heart playbook right there. Like that shit was just. It's just good to see them both put on a match that just reminded me of actual legends, so to speak. So
Word.
I'm happy. That was a really good match. Again,
Yeah, I was happy with it.
I just want to say,
happy with the ending too.
Why the hell did Charlotte jump off there? Stupid. I still don't like that.
I thought the match was great. I was fine with the DQ win. It was like every match had a win, had a good, decent win. So this could be one that was able to find with the DQ win. Also, the fact that again they didn't get a lot of time for their rivalry within SmackDown. So I think this was just a build-up match, which was a great match as well. So I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I give it a 4 as well. I enjoyed it.
The
Fashion Files came back. I thought it was pretty funny.
I don't really remember what it was though.
What bothers me is the fashion when they air these Fashion Files, they're kind of dated because they record them, I think, on SmackDown and they just show it on the Hell in a Cell.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They're not actually doing it in Hell in a Cell. They're doing it like a week before.
That makes sense.
The next match, WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I will say this was the best match they had.
Yeah. It was probably one of Jinder's better matches since he's been champ.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
But since after that saying, I'm kind of tired of Jinder Mahal as champion.
I mean,
I don't care for him. Like, I like his heel character, but get someone else the belt because you're not carrying it the way I want it to be seen carried.
And
well,
explain that because
all right.
That.
You know what? In the beginning, I was digging in. I liked his look and everything like that. But like recently with his promos and the things like that, as hard as they're trying to like get him as a debut heel, it just was bad. It was just bad. It wasn't even like it wasn't bad to the point like, oh shit, that was good. Good promo as a heel. Well, no, it was just a really bad, stupid promo.
Yeah,
that was very careless. It was taken very carelessly, and it was Nakamura, the lack of English he knows, and I don't like the little bullshit. He like all like saying the American in the windows and shit. I like Shinsuke and Nakamura a lot, and I think they could have did this a lot better if they would have shown a little bit more of their rivalry. Because honestly, by the time this match aired, I didn't really care for the match.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There was no build and everything like that. And I just feel that he still can't carry a match on his own. He needs that one person to really lift him in all his matches. And that's something that's really bad with Jinder. As in when you're a champion, you're supposed to take those ranks and supposed to be that ring general. He's not so much. He needs someone in that ring more talented to carry his ass. And that's one thing that really bothers me.
He's just an actor playing a part.
Yeah, pretty
just
much.
Playing a champion. He's not really a champion.
Yeah, and this is when that whole shit with Neville leaving and like that. This is a perfect opportunity that I would have had fucking Neville come in as him offering another challenger and whatnot, and then you hear his fucking King of the Cruiserweight music hit and fucking just destroy him and take the fucking belt because I think he'll be a better WWE champion than what Jinder Mahal is. And that was my big thing. It was also that him doing nothing, but you could see him as a world champion easily, especially after his whole heel turn. I think he was the best heel besides The Miz during his whole heel turn. So, seeing Jinder being used like this and seeing how they're trying to use him, but how Neville been used and how he handled himself as a champion is like a night and day kind of thing, and that's what really bothers me is just seeing Jinder as champion still.
Yeah, it's like he just seems like a bad actor. That's all it basically is. With him, he's a Bollywood production. He's not he's not an actual WWE champion, like a guy who wrestles on a high level and promos on a high level that got the belt. He's a guy that they saw had the look and was like, you know what? Just gonna put you in this position. Yeah, who cares if you can't promo as well as the person you're fighting against? You got the belt and you have the the Bollywood boys on your side.
Yeah.
So they just stack the deck in his favor, and it's like it still doesn't work. So I'd be fine with him going to. I mean, I could see him being champ like again, but like after having gotten better.
Yeah.
Where his clearly badly written promos don't stink up the joint, and you have to have the Singh brothers to interfere every time. You know what I mean? Whereas like, sure, they're a distraction, but he's not a threat. That's what I feel. Really, like it's like he feels more like an actor than anything. So
yeah,
I would love to see him lose his belt too, but As for the match, still it was the best out of all his matches so far, I think, since he's been champ. Yeah. That's still not, again, like you said, that's not saying much, but it felt like a step in the right direction for him getting better in the ring. So, I mean, whatever plans they have for him, I see the thing champion versus champion. We can get into that later, but he really does need to fight a lot more people to get better.
Yeah.
I give the match like a 3.
And you know what? You can actually see like Jinder going for the U.S. title, because what he's doing now would work perfect with the U.S. title.
Yeah, don't hog the main spotlight.
Yeah.
You can shine, but don't hog the main spotlight. You're not that good.
Seriously.
Like, you can't talk and you can't back it up in the ring. So one of the two. He showed promise before the Nakamura stuff. I was warming up to him, and then they did that whole thing, and it was like, nah.
Yeah, forget about it.
You gotta come correct. You gotta come correct with that shit.
So, same way. I thought they were gonna give him a chance and really showcase like what he really could do, and I thought he was gonna surprise everybody, and he just didn't deliver much. I thought there was gonna be some sort of promise, but
bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Yeah, no big.
No, continue what you were saying.
Oh, well, yeah, that was it. It was just, I wish there was more. I thought there was gonna be more with him, and it's just the Singh brothers helping him, and that's it. Yeah. Not him just controlling shit in the ring, really showing his stuff. It's like, oh man, maybe if they gave him a shot, he could really show how great he really is. But then when you put him out there, it's, he's average.
He's not even a bad cheater. Like, Ric Flair was a good cheater. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mr. Perfect was a good cheater when he was heel. Like, Macho Man. Like, anybody, the people who are legends at being good and bad, when they were bad, they were good at being bad for a reason. Right. Like, you saw why they were good. Jinder's not good at being bad.
Yeah.
He's good at getting his ass whooped and having these two guys on the side save him. That's it.
Yeah. But it also goes to the point when Seth Rollins was champion too, they did the same thing with the Stooges.
And I don't even understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
That dude is good. That dude is legit good.
But they did the same thing with him as well. So it's just like sometimes you had to let them get those wins on their own to just establish them as why they're in their position. And they haven't really done that with Finn and Mahal.
Nope.
Womp womp. What's next?
But the match, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, 3.
It was a better match than what they usually do, but it could have been a lot better. So 3. Next match was Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. I did not expect them to get the time they got.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the match was great. Like, it was a fun match to watch. I'll say this was the third one. No, the fourth match. I like the U.S. title a bit more than this one. But
Okay.
I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a good outing for them, and you could tell you knew that Rude was gonna win, but I like the fact that they showed that there's a big chance he would not win. They gave you that little surprise with Ziggler getting a lot of offense, able to do a lot of those things before he was able to do it.
Yeah, true enough. True enough. Ziggler got a chance to showcase himself against Bobby Roode, which was great.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't one-sided, and it's because they didn't have to say anything. It was awesome.
Yeah. And I like the fact the rivalry's still going. I like to see more matches out of them. I think they have a good chemistry for people
Also,
that just.
I just wanted to point out that Rude won the match, and the feud continues, but Rude is not natural as being a good guy.
No, he's not. He's a natural heel.
No,
but
he's a jerk.
Yeah, but you know what?
Even when he tries, it's like the promos. When you let him talk long enough, you still sound like a heel, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Yeah, he does sound like a heel, but like if they make him a heel, they have to change his whole theme music and all that shit now. And the fact that the crowd is like really cheering for him and whatnot because of the theme. Like Vince McMahon don't like it. He wants them to boo him and shit if they're gonna make him a heel.
He could be neutral for a little bit if he goes against like another good person or something, but like he's just too cocky, man.
Yeah.
You could just tell he just wants to say something to cut at the other person, to cut at Ziggler, but he can't.
Yeah,
but because he has to play good.
Yeah, it's gotta play nice. But I was just gonna say my only other thing, I would give this match a 4 because I really liked it too. Mm-hmm. The only other thing is I wish Dolph Ziggler, instead of coming out with no music, came out with like generic custom, create a character music. Yeah. It was just
I actually like that he came out. I'd rather he came out with no music though.
I wish somebody in the back would have gave him like the intro for when you put everything on default and it plays like the old SmackDown screenshot.
Yeah.
Remember the old movie from SmackDown, like the first game? Oh, that shit would have been so fucking. But that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah.
Although somebody likes King because of Drew Gulak, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. So the match was good though. For all it was good. I'll give it a 4. It was a solid like back and forth match. They I was surprised how much time they gave it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be like a blow off like 5-minute match. To be honest with you.
Sure enough.
So
I mean, that just goes to show you they're not really that down on Ziggler. They're giving him fucking matches.
Yeah. So, next match, the final match. Oh, what do you guys give it? Because I don't think you.
I gave it a 4.
Oh yeah, I gave it a 4 too.
All right, cool. Next match and main event. The second Hell in a Cell match: Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon.
This was hilarious.
You can start it off.
I thought it was funny for most of the match because he was just beating that poor man up. Oh shit. That kind of reminded me of like a Stone Cold Vince McMahon ass whooping.
Yeah, same here.
Like there was really no offense. Like Shane got in like a 2-piece and a trip. The only other offense was he got his shit in. He did the coast to coast.
Mm-hmm.
And well, that was it.
The elbow drop.
Oh no, he tried he did the DDT, right?
Yeah.
The latest SmackDown. Nobody remembers that. That was the Rock shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he got his ass whooped. So cheers to you, Shane. Hopefully you're recuperating somewhere in a pool.
He gave the thumbs up at the end. He'd be all right.
Yo, that hand was crooked. That hand was crooked with the thumbs up.
It was the way they strapped him, though.
It was a crooked thumbs up.
Like, dude. But yeah, it was a good match. I'm glad Sammy showed up. People were calling it. You called it before anybody was calling it, though, Jay.
I called it.
Yeah.
Like, because you just saw it. You just saw it. I guess that one moment with him and Shane, I guess it was enough to spark that.
I feel it was just he was there way too much.
True enough. True enough.
He was there
Yeah.
way too much, and like if you're not going to use him, then he was going to help one of them win. And I just thought it made more sense for him to help KO.
And I like the reasoning. It's simple. It was like, oh, I tried to give him advice. He blew me off like I was an asshole. So fuck him. I'm gonna make him lose.
Exactly.
And it was perfect.
It wasn't really even on some I don't like the guy shit. It was just like, well, he was gonna drop on him from up there. Well, fuck that. I'm not gonna let him fall on him. Oh shit.
Yeah, so I was all for that. It was a really good Hell in a Cell. I'll say the only thing, it did not beat the Usos New Day, but I like the fact that it was a whole different match than the other one.
I like Kevin Owens on top of the cell.
Yeah.
Chickening out like he was gonna jump.
Like, nope. Smart guy.
And then, and then they did the real. Well, let me.
Yeah, they did a lot of the real stuff, and hopefully it'll be better.
All right,
I want to see where this goes. I really want to see where this goes and how they use Sami Zayn, and hopefully Sami Zayn actually finally gets his first title.
True enough. I just wanted to shout out before we finish was how they did the 1-player, 2-player side of the cage joint.
Yeah,
that shit had me dying when he fell off, when he kicked him off. I was like, oh my god, where's the life bars at? Somebody needs to fucking Photoshop some life bars and gift that, please.
Porfa, please.
His body was all red.
Yes, it was. He was flat to the mat.
It was flat.
That's an easy pin right there. That green is not gonna pop up if you play the games. You know what I'm talking about.
If he tried to submit it, would have meant a little give up from fucking No Mercy.
TKO.
TKO.
Where you just start twitching on the floor.
Oh shit! Where's my anime ref?
Word.
I'll give this match a 4.5.
I'll give it the same thing. I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah.
Only because I wanted so badly for Shane to hit it.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was my whole thing. I was hoping it was the other way, that Sami Zayn fucking screwed Kevin Owens over. That's what I was hoping for. But okay, it's still a good match. But I was hoping he dropped that elbow on somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, no. I'm actually happy that he helped Kevin. Okay. I want to see where a heel Sami Zayn will go. Because that's something I would never have seen. Because I couldn't think of it's like Bobby Roode being a face. I couldn't see that shit. Just as I couldn't see like a heel Sammy. So I want to see what a heel Sammy looks like. So it's kind of exciting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't end up like Chris Jericho, because he's already started calling him his best friend.
Right. Well,
I hope they don't carbon copy it.
But they are really best friends.
No, you saw that. It's just he gets that look in his eyes, man.
He was the best friend at his wedding.
He gets that look in his eyes.
That was his best man.
Is he like the godfather of his child?
Yeah, it's both his children.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like Kevin Owens can't be trusted.
Well, history is shown.
Yeah. If the Festival of Friendship is anything,
there won't be any of that.
So maybe it'll be Sami Zayn that will be the one that betrays him.
Maybe.
Or maybe it'll end up being a good tag team. Like they'll tag team again and be like, they'll take the belts from the Usos out of nowhere.
Or maybe that masked man will show up.
Oh, right. El Generico might show up to help out Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens with their tag team victories.
You're not supposed to say his name.
All right. What masked wrestler?
I really enjoyed. For all the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view was really good. It was a really fun pay-per-view. But now we go on to the other matters in hand. Neville. Not showing up for Monday Night Raw. The big rumors is he walked out. Chris Jericho confirmed that he did not come in. Like he pretty much told him he wasn't going in. He had creative differences with the people, and he just got tired of it. And I could understand why.
I mean, to lose to Enzo again? Nah.
Yeah.
It's just
bro.
What was the end result for that? What was going to happen? That's the whole thing.
Well, the original plan was for Neville to fight Enzo, and then he was going to lose to Enzo, and it was going to be a lumberjack match. But it made no sense in that sense that he couldn't hit him or anything like that unless there was a match book. So it couldn't be for the cruiserweight title. So, but the whole Spanish heritage match, they wanted Kalisto being part of it, so they scrapped it and put Kalisto in the match.
No, I mean the entire storyline. If you kept him losing to Neville, losing to Enzo, I'm saying, what would have been the end result from that? Like, I could see why he would leave.
Yeah,
because what's the payoff?
Yeah, it should have just been. Yeah, it should have just been him fucking taking the belt and taking it back. But
instead, we're getting affirmative action for Hispanic people getting a belt.
Yep.
Is that what's happening right now?
No.
That's exactly what's happening.
They got to keep their diversity.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got a brown man, and then you got another brown man. It's like, hey, look, man, we play nice.
Look at that.
Both of them are not listen up. Kalisto can at least wrestle his ass off. He can at least wrestle his ass off. There is no doubt about that. But like, dude, how many times are you gonna say Eddie Guerrero? That first promo. I know it was the day of the anniversary. It was the anniversary of his birthday.
His birthday, yeah.
So once is fine. He said it like twice in like the span of like 30 seconds, and then at the end of that joint, he just kept stammering. I was like, I'm done.
But I feel it hurts the character also because they're using that just for that.
And sticking Ray in there too, and it's just like, let the man stand on his own 2 feet. But I don't even know who's at fault. Are they letting him shine? And did he ask him for the ball to run with it? And is this what he can come up with? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
yeah,
he's got a belt again. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of isn't there a degree of like creative control there when you get like when you're considered for a belt? It's like they don't just handhold you the whole way, do they?
Depends on who you are and depends on what the situation is. And the thing with that is, I feel like they're holding his hand through I feel you could tell when a promo is natural and when it's not natural. And this is one of the people that don't feel natural when he does a promo. It looks like he tries to remember things.
Yeah. I don't see why they don't just let him speak Spanish. Screw it.
Yeah.
If Enzo can't understand you, too bad.
Yeah.
That's kind of heelish. Because, USA.
Nah, they won't boo him. He'll say Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero in English. That's all. And Lucha, and then that's it. They love him again. You see the little kids. You see the little kids doing it. Come on.
We know you speak English.
and they say badly, and they go, "It's okay."
Damn.
Funny shit is he don't speak English badly. It's just that he looks like he's remembering.
He can't.
Does the whole Roman Reigns thing.
He's like the flow is off.
Yeah.
He does when he starts talking. He stammers or he stops, and it disrupts the flow, and it doesn't seem natural. It's like that's not how you have a conversation with a person, or that's not how you do I'm a good guy promo either. Like, you don't have to be, John Cena where you talk to the other guy, or Enzo where you just having a conversation and talking shit. But you can also do a promo and be like a good guy, an overly good guy, but even when he does, it doesn't sound natural.
Yeah.
But again, for Neville, I see why he's gone. Like, what the hell was the payoff for him? Like, where was he going?
I would have liked.
Didn't we think after he lost the belt? Didn't we think he was getting called up to the main roster, and he just showed up back again? And was
I thought he was gonna go back to SmackDown.
And it was like he's still in the cruiserweight. Like, oh, come on.
Yeah, because you're gonna leave him without nothing. And then my big problem was, you know what? This is the way they could easily move him to something else. You could have had him help Kalisto win the belt.
True enough, anything.
You could have had him break the contract clause and fuck him up, and then him ripping the contract and doing something, and then line up like give a couple of weeks and put him on SmackDown.
You know what my one theory is though about this? This might just be Neville as Neville, not the guy.
Yeah.
So there might be a power, quote unquote power play happening, but I would like to see that. Like maybe he comes back and isn't in the cruiserweight roster. And he's just somewhere else.
Well, like, now he could go back for the belt.
That's what I mean. Like if he's angry Neville, where it's just like it seems like Neville threw a tantrum. Like they play it up this way as to not quote unquote expose the business, but like I'm just hoping maybe a part of him is still in character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's not on bad terms with him.
No, he's not.
So like he could come back and be on Raw, come back and be on SmackDown, hopefully something.
Well, he can't really be on Raw because the cruiserweight thing is part of Raw. He'll have to be on SmackDown.
Oh, he would have to be on SmackDown?
Yeah, he'll have to be signed to SmackDown. And I think, you know what? I would have loved for them to make a stable with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
What would they do? Fight the New Day?
Or just start dominating the fucking thing because they don't have an established main heel besides Jinder Mahal. So they could just be fucking taking over the establishment.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. Because KO is the other one.
KO's in the group.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. If you put them in a group, then there's nobody else left.
Yeah. And then they could fucking just take all the belts.
I would like to see all of those guys have the championship at least once.
Yeah.
So I don't know. How.
And they could have been the ones. They could have been the ones going against Shield at Survivor Series.
Because I just think maybe Neville's better served as a solo dude, just because the potential for the matches that he could have with all those really good people.
Yeah,
him versus AJ, him versus KO, him versus Sammy, some more. Him versus Nakamura. Like, come on, him versus Nakamura. Fucking, I know people want to see that shit.
I know him. I know he could go easily by himself. Like I said this early on the cast, but I would love to see him come out and fucking fuck up Jinder. I think he could easily be the world champion.
Yes, and he can be the ultimate bad guy. Like because he's so good at it, you would have him as the highest, heel on SmackDown, and then everybody just trickles down below him. Then you would have KO to the side, KO and Sammy as their their little thing. You have Jinder and the Sings over there. You have Corbin somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, that sounds like a Survivor Series type match to me.
And it just makes sense because he then, once again, can still be the king.
Yeah, the king of the world.
Man, fucking bring back King of the Ring, man, and let him win. There you go.
Yeah, he almost won it.
Give him a crown. That's what he needs. He needs a crown and a scepter.
He almost had it, but then he would have had to become the Cosmic King, which Ray Barrett happened. So I'm glad he did.
Oh, okay.
The Cosmic King.
That's when Ray Barrett became the Cosmic King. The Cosmic King is because of that.
Oh yeah, with him and Stardust.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. That whole shit. And then the Ascension. What
Another
a stable.
thing, me and on our wrestling board, the Wrestling Babble on Facebook, check us out and follow us. Me and Josh, we were talking about seeing that you have this much people in the rosters. Why don't you focus more towards making tag teams?
They are. I see it now. I see it happening.
They doing it with the main ones that they can easily do it with, but they're not making other tag teams. They're pretty much establishing the ones that are already there.
You mean where it's like a dude?
Make a tournament. Like do a big tournament, like the Dusty Rhodes tournament. Make that like a CWC or the Mae Young Classic.
Oh, you mean for a tournament? You mean for which roster though?
For all of them, have every fucking tag team in that fucking thing. Have everyone roll and make it on purpose.
Okay.
Why see all these sounds going like that?
It would be lopsided for SmackDown.
Well, you gotta real, but it's gonna be everybody from. So the tag teams are not being used on SmackDown. Put them in the tournament. Put Breezango, Ascension.
No, but I'm saying
fucking.
it's going to be in their favor
But it doesn't matter. But you
because
could
you have
always
to cut somebody. If you
no.
because I'm saying how to structure it. Okay, if you take the tag teams from Raw, right, which is like I want to say what 4.
Sadly, a lot of
tag
them are
teams?
hurt. Sadly, a lot of them are hurt because you had the revival there and all that shit too, and they fucking hurt.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I will say it like you know how they used to do. They do the Dusty Rhodes, which is actually coming up to the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Instead of making it on NXT, why don't you just make a big thing? Period, and have tag teams that are struggling and not really getting a name for themselves, and part of it as well. So you don't have to have these big. You don't have to have like the New Day and Usos in it, even though it would be amazing if they actually did participate in it because it just shows you new faces and like that. But not using at all, you could make them a tag team and see if they could flip from there. Because a lot of guys is one or the other. They're really good in the ring or can't talk for shit, or they could talk but they can't wrestle for shit.
True enough.
It's always one of the two. Reason why Enzo Amore was a great tag team wrestler because he didn't have to do much. Big Cass did most of the work. He was just a big hot tag. Their chemistry was. Enzo will get the big hot tag and Cass will finish the match. It worked for them. It fucking worked for them. It made them established tag team when they did that, and it should have kept that going. But you have all these tag teams. Bring back the Revival just to make a name for himself in these tournaments again because who the fuck knows where the Revival is at, you know?
Well, a lot of people know them, and they always have an F in front of it.
Yeah.
Fuck the Revival.
Have all
1,
these other
2, 3.
fuck
the Revival. Mike, you wasn't with me?
I was there.
Sorry. Oh.
But you have all these other talents that actually were a tag team outside of WWE that you can actually just pair them up randomly as well. Which they did in the old Dusty Rhodes. They just paired people randomly. Like they had Baron Corbin and fucking Rhino together. They had Balor and Samoa Joe together when they first did the whole classic. So you could put like fucking Velveteen Dream and Lou Rush together. They were a tag team in Maryland.
Yeah, so
and they fucking amazing. Oh, well, anything. Shout out to the Velveteen Dream's elbow drop, probably the best one in the business.
That shit is ridiculous.
But you could do a lot of things with the tag teams and actually make them main star because what Usos and New Day did was show that they could main event. They could be the main event, and they could easily steal the fucking show. So you should showcase them more because honestly, you have over 200 fucking people in a WWE roster going through NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Over 200 fucking people. Do something, make more tag teams because that will add to that. It adds more depth into that tag team division besides the 4 teams that were fighting each other.
True enough, but like I said, I think they're starting to do that. The Shield's back together, so they can 3-man it, which changes up the the New Day changes up the definition of the team. They got Miz, and that's another 3-man. They got but see, SmackDown just has so many. They have a lot. I think
SmackDown does a better at showcasing them.
True,
Raw
but like you said, I think SmackDowns aren't hurt. Too. Yeah. That's another factor. But why don't you just make that a pay-per-view? Like, if it's main roster, make it a pay-per-view.
Yeah, make it a big thing. Make it its main thing. You could easily make it like a CWC and Mae Young Classic for the tag team division.
No, I would say the Mae Young Classic for the women because I still have the idea like to do a women's tag team division because there's so many of them. They get in.
But like the next Mae Young Classic could be a tag team one. It don't have to be a singles competitor thing. Make the next Mae Young thing.
No, I would make the next Dusty the female one, and I would make the main roster one. I would make the main roster one a pay-per-view. Yeah. That's what I would do. Like if you're gonna go with it, go big. Fuck it, do a pay-per-view. Yeah.
But I wish they did more. They do have a ton of talent, and that's the big thing that hurts WWE at times too. Is that they have so much talent, and a lot of the times, half these writers don't know how to fucking write for the talent.
True enough. Yeah. That happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Kind of happening to Shinsuke right now, just floundering.
Yeah. And it's sad because he is, and what hurts also is the fact that NXT kind of hurts them getting the debut because you see them as a main event and you see them as the main star of what NXT is, and you see what they can do. And then when they go to the main roster, they're back in the drawing board, and they don't treat them with the talented that they are. But no, they've like, oh, you know what, you're starting again, so tough luck kind of shit.
Only two, yeah. Well, I mean, technically, Finn Balor escaped that, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, Finn Balor was the exception, and then also there's some there that like KO. It would be one that I would say like, yeah, he got away with. Like he didn't have to fall in that category. But
he's the prime example. Yeah, he's the prime example.
That was the first one. He fucking became. Yeah. So when you do things like that, you just got to do it more smart and actually build them up. And Shinsuke is a big draw no matter what. Like he's gonna get cheered no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on what they do, and it just bothers me when they do things like that because you know how talented these guys are.
True.
Also, so anything else that came out of SmackDown and Raw that you want to talk about?
I mean, the Shield reformed.
I kind of had douche chills with that because it was just like, man, they got a shirt too.
Somebody said that. It was like, yo, they got silk screen press in the back. What the fuck?
They already had a shirt. That's what bothered the shit out of me.
They had a shirt, but no entrance music. They kept coming out to Roman's theme.
Well, Roman's theme is the Shield theme.
They need a new one. Come on. 2017. They need a new one.
Yeah. But Roman's theme was the Shield theme. It's just like, I was like, like, it was done very poorly. Like, you could tell, like, it was just, like, it would have been better if they did it as a run-in or as a, I don't know. It's just, I felt it was it was kind of forced.
Well, yeah, I guess so, because it just looked kind of desperate.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. I don't even know why. They had a better opportunity like a few months earlier, too.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think my big thing with it was more that it just didn't feel natural. It felt like like they did it poorly. They did it really poorly. Like they could have not teased them all hanging out again. You could have felt the little tension between them, like kind of like what Dean and Seth did. They could have did it easy like that, but no, they didn't, and that kind of hurt it for me. Like it was just not that good. And then the fact that they had a T-shirt already made, like when DX fucking rejoined, they had the old DX shirt, had the old Shield shirt. Sell the retro one first before you put the fucking new one out.
No, man, you know how it is today.
No, you make the
merch.
Get that money.
You make the shirt after.
Roman Reigns printed those shirts in his locker.
I know. He has a printing press in his fucking thing.
Yeah, man.
Carl John Cena's.
Gotta get this money, dog. Word, that's true.
I just felt that it was not natural, and it just really disappointed me. I thought they could have did a lot better with it.
Yeah, again, I said they had better chances earlier to do it. I mean, again, still, they were on track to have all the red belts. I mean, come on, Brock Lesnar. Get your ass over here.
The only thing I did like, but I hated the fact they had the new shirts, was the whole Braun Strowman thing. Because Braun Strowman fucked them all up, and they all got revenge. I was perfectly fine with that. But they did it wrong as well, as the fact that they had the new shirts on and did it. Yo, if you're going to bring them all back, have them all come back in the fucking SWAT team gear, man. Fuck the T-shirt.
Did they have an original T-shirt design for the Shield that wasn't like?
Yeah, they had two. They had one that was all black that had the Shield, and then they had the Hounds of Justice one.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. Like, go to the old ass first Shield shirt and like act like it was always in your bag, like the Spider-Man black suit that he always had it underneath the fucking bridge or something.
Yes.
Have it like that, and be like, oh shit, I haven't worn this in a while. have it all fucked up as well, like smell like beer and shit because you come.
Oh yeah, Dean's is all fucked up and musty.
That's the other thing they could have done. Instead of having him come out, having them all come out the entranceway, you could have Seth Rollins come from one side of the audience, Dean Ambrose coming from the other side of the audience.
True enough. Yeah, they could have did it bigger than that. Yeah.
Yeah, like those little subtleties that make it fucking better, and they could have easily done that shit.
Something tells me it's not gonna last though. I feel like this one is set up purposefully for like somebody to fuck everything up.
Dean.
You think so?
Dean's gonna fuck shit up.
I don't know. Oh, it's interesting to watch.
You know what's funny is the fact that like after a lot of the laziness of Dean Ambrose and whatnot, I think he needed that rerun in the tag team division because it brought back a spark in him. And the creative is really liking what he's doing. He's always one thing WWE knows from him, he's a workhorse. He's gonna be in every fucking show. He's not gonna complain about an injury. He's gonna do every fucking match and every fucking show. That's one thing that Dean Ambrose does more than every fucking person in the roster. He's there all the fucking time. So there's something that they can rely on and something that they saw more of him when he was SmackDown champion was the fact that he was always the show. Like he was always there.
Well, shit, I think you got some of that of him getting better to like Sheamus and Cesaro because that's mainly who he fought the entire time, like leading up to getting the tag belts. Like they were fighting almost in that loop that they have them do now, but those were his opponents.
What happens when you put two good talents together? What are you gonna do? You're gonna get better matches
over time, but you know. Somehow they managed to make it not be boring. So there you go.
Yeah.
Like there's a few people that can do it. Sheamus and Cesaro, Seth and Dean so far, they've managed to find a way.
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but they managed to find a way.
I don't know, man. I think Sheamus is way better as being a tag team wrestler than being a solo champion.
Yeah,
something about he just seems to work so well with Cesaro.
Yeah, I think it was a good match between them. Especially if they were not going to do nothing with them, at least give them something.
So special thanks to Mick Foley for putting that together.
Yeah, once again, yes.
Yeah,
once again. They have so many tag moves. It's ridiculous. Come on, man.
Yeah,
they have almost as many as the New Day. Like, that's a lot.
That is a lot. But yeah, it goes to show. But I can see Dean Ambrose being the one to turn on everyone now.
Mm-hmm.
Roman to finally just go heel, but I think that's what the obvious choice right now is.
True enough. I just want to see him with the belts before anything happens, but everything moves. Yeah, everything moves so quick. Like Brock is he's not gonna be around forever. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can count on him holding on to the belt for a while longer because of the contract thing, but it's just like he's not physically gonna be there to fight them, so that's less chances.
Yeah.
Which sucks. That's the thing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We got TLC coming up, which is wow. The funny shit is there's only like 2 title matches in that pay-per-view.
And that's which one?
The Cruiserweight and the Women's.
How many weeks out?
Next week, next Sunday.
It's next Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh man, that means there's no time to put anything else together. So yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a surprise. I don't know.
Nah, because Leslie's not gonna be there. They already know Leslie's not gonna be there. Like he's like, no, I ain't going.
See what I mean? There you go. One less chance.
Yeah.
That's our champion, ladies and gentlemen. Not even gonna show up to this pay-per-view.
That's one thing I'll give Jinder. At least he's there.
Yeah. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
Yep.
To show up in nice suits.
There you go.
He has such a good entrance. Like he could have been so much better. His entrance needs to be on a different person. Where's the more talented Punjabi wrestlers at? Where you at?
Right.
There's not a lot of them.
I mean, yeah. They aren't really wrestling.
The Singh brothers are actually pretty good if you actually see them wrestle.
No, I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them, but like they're not gonna take Jinder's interests. They have their own. They have their own.
Yeah. But yeah, you have a pay-per-view coming up next Sunday, which is pretty much just the Shield reunion pay-per-view. That's pretty much the highlight of it.
That's all it is.
You got Survivor Series coming up after that, which is most likely going to be a Raw vs. SmackDown pay-per-view.
Okay.
A lot of the rumors are it's going to be Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I did see that.
There's also a big thing with the Shield fighting, having a group and fighting another group. I would like them to bring back the whole 4-on-4 team match thing.
I mean, it would be cool if it's the Shield versus the New Day. It would be cool if that happened.
New Day better go over.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just like, okay, here's two teams that, because with Seth and Dean being in the, as good as they are together now, I could see it being a pretty good match.
You know what's funny?
If that was what they were going to do.
Big E was supposed to be the original part of the Shield.
Really? Get out of here! Who was he supposed to take? Whose place?
It was Cassius Ono. It was Ono or Big
it was
E.
Ono originally.
It was Ono and Big E. It was Ono or Big E. It was one of the two who was going to take the Roman Reigns place.
Oh shit! That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it was
Big
I don't
see Big E though.
And it was Big E that this man wanted to push more than Roman Reigns.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I maybe that's why New Day is so over.
New Day
Big E so much.
I think the whole thing with New Day over so much is the fact that now they have the full control of their characters now.
No, I just mean like getting a spotlight exposed on them back in the day. It was like, okay, I like this guy, so I'm gonna let him shine.
Yeah,
because some people who are really good and they don't like Neville that didn't get the spotlight.
Yeah,
and then you saw what happened. So,
like Neville should have been at least a 2-time IC or US champion already.
Definitely. That guy is past world champion caliber. He carried that cruiserweight championship like it was a fucking world heavyweight championship. So,
and going into the WWE 2K18, he's my WWE champion.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes.
Out of respect.
WWE champion. Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
That was my WWE champion, and I just have the rest of the roster the same.
I just hope if he leaves and joins the Bullet Club or does something like that brings a spotlight to him, he does it soon.
Don't
wait too long.
This will be the last thing I'll comment, and I guess I'll talk about WWE 2K18 on the It Gets Better I Swear thing. Mm-hmm. But what I will say this, as much as people will say, "Oh, it wasn't used correctly in WWE," they better thank WWE for giving them more money when they get booked in the Indies.
This is true. Because you got to get that merch up there before you get some real money.
Yeah, without WWE, you're not making shit in the Indies. With WWE's name, you could ask for a fair amount. Fucking Rey Mysterio asks for $85,000.
Woo! Woo!
He gets it too.
He's not even that tall.
He gets it. Well, his name in general is legendary. So
yeah, of course.
He gets it no matter what. But they have a crazy asking price. Sugar Shane Helms, I think, is $10,000 a fucking show.
Okay.
Which you gotta say at this point, slow down.
Yeah.
The hurricane hasn't blown through in a minute.
Yeah. But you have a lot of these guys that they ask for ridiculous amount. Austin Aries is like, oh yeah, I'm getting booked and I'm making more times than what WWE. Yeah, because you were in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why you're making it. You wouldn't have been making it that much if you were just Austin Aries from TNA. No, you wouldn't be making that much.
Nope, definitely not.
You're Austin Aries from WWE. You wrestled at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can sell you. And that's the shit. Like even Cody mentioned it in his own way. Is like the fact that if it wasn't for his time in WWE, he won't have a name.
True enough.
He would just be the son of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Basically, have to start from scratch.
Yeah. So going in, and that's how we're going to end this segue. I hope Neville stays. I really hope, but I don't blame him for leaving.
Yeah, if you're not gonna use him right, why waste your time?
Exactly. Any
Yeah, what
last
was
final
it?
thoughts?
No, I mean, oh, you know what? To be honest, I want to shout out my match of the week. Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah, that
Two,
was
That was
yeah,
a good
really good.
match. God
NXT.
damn.
NXT was just good.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
If you want to watch a good wrestling show this week, watch NXT.
Get to see Nikki Cross go crazy,
I love
and you
it.
get to see Peyton
Mm.
Roy. Somebody put up the picture up. Yo, her bridge, dog. Her bridge on her fisherman suplex is amazing. It's impeccable.
Yeah,
Like
she's on her tippy
tippy,
toes.
the best in the business. Well, people always shout out Foxy, but I ain't seen it in a minute.
Right. Oh,
But
she got a shirt.
yeah, she finally got a shirt.
Who, Foxy?
Which,
Yeah.
yeah,
Is
I don't
it
even
her
like
doing
that.
that move?
No,
No.
it's just a cartoon fox, a cartoon lady fox,
Mm-hmm.
Crazy like
Cra-
a fox.
crazy
Oh, okay.
like a fox, which is like 4 years too late.
Yeah,
Cause they
I
should have
know.
did it. You know when they should have launched that shirt
When?
when she was coming out going crazy every week.
Or when she was
That
on
was a
205
fox.
Live.
Nah, I'm talking about like a year or two before that, where she would come out and pour
Oh.
soda on people's heads, just go
Yeah.
crazy. Like she would just scream at fans. That shit was
Wow.
great. She was screaming at people on the sides that were working, just going nuts, and I loved it. I was like, "Yo, she's really doing it." I'm like, "Yo, I want to see more of that," and then they stopped it.
Oh, shout out to Street Profits for their interaction with the workers on the side, like they was dancing with the microphone guy.
Yeah,
That shit had me dying. Like I saw the thing, it was like, yeah, they only do 2 moves, but they're so fucking entertaining. I don't care.
I could
Ugh.
see them. I could see them being something because they're being popular. They're getting popular, even though they don't do much in the ring. But I could see them getting
Well,
more
the
use.
the smaller guy, he does more actual things, and you
Yeah.
get to see his athleticism. But the other guy literally does like that spinning clothesline and the jump over, and it's like that's it. And he punches you in the face.
Yeah. And then,
Oh yeah, Dawkins.
Dawkins, yeah. That shit is hilarious. But
He
what sells it is his boy just running around a ring like Chris Tucker.
yeah.
Oh, he got knocked out. Oh, that shit was great.
And then you also the one thing I loved was Velveteen Dream, New Rush. They just gave you a tease of a match. They didn't even give you a full match.
and that was still good though.
His elbow drop. How he just hop up on the top and just whoop.
That was nice. Yeah.
So slick.
He compared to Macho, he probably has the best elbow drop in the business.
Yep.
Man.
Only second. He's the only one that's like second to Macho.
Right now for me.
You know what?
For me,
I didn't even like CM Punk's.
No, because it's a copy. It's a copy of Macho's. Just like Bailey's. Bailey's is pretty much a mock-up of Macho's.
Billy did it really good once and then hasn't done it since.
As good since, yeah.
Like Velveteen floats.
He jumps so high. That's the whole thing. He's got hops, dude.
He does that RVD shit. He like jumps an extra 5 feet just to fucking land it.
Yep.
And it looks fucking great. Like it just looks amazing.
Just that emphasis on the move.
The accuracy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
last
looked
but
like
not
it hurt.
least, which we meant to talk about, the Bludgeon Brothers.
Well, there was not much to say except for like a 30-second vignette of just them.
So
when did they show that? Because
they probably not. SmackDown. Well, SmackDown they don't cut anything.
No, I think I fell asleep towards the end of SmackDown, so I didn't even get to watch the end.
Yeah, they showed a little promo. They both had big ass hammers with them. They call themselves the Bludgeon Brothers, and they kind of looked like the fucking the
War Machine from New Japan.
They looked like War Machine, and I was like, yeah, I hope it works for them because it's just pretty much a ripoff.
They could have just went back with Bray.
Yeah, and I think they should have done that as well.
Wait, are we getting Sister Abigail Monday or a TLC? Are we gonna see what it is?
What, the Snapchat filter with the voice and everything?
Yeah.
Well, I want to see the finished product. But are we going to see it Monday, or is he going to come out as Sister Abigail only at TLC, or will he show up?
Nah, because he got to put the fake tits on. He's got to put the
Oh.
makeup.
Oh my God, how bad
The
was
voice.
that? This will be the last thing. How bad was that fucking promo?
I'm of two minds of it. I was like, why? One was like, why? And two was like, they better go all in. We talked about it before.
Yep.
It hasn't been good this entire time. So now we're at the finish line. Either he goes all in, or they abandon ship. You just have some girl come out. That's it. But if you're not gonna do that, he better be in a fucking bustier with a dress on, some fucking some flats, because his big ass can't wear heels. Fuck shit.
He has to look like Paige with a beard.
Oh Jesus, that's rough.
That's pretty much what he should look like. Because that's my
rough.
Representation of what Sissy Abigail might look like.
That's rough.
There's
should
also.
I was gonna say he should look like Abigail from Street Fighter with the black things on his, because he already has the design on his face. That's what I was thinking. Like, all right. But dress or I'm done.
Yeah, some sort of skirt.
Like,
I'll take a skirt.
No. I want a dress.
No, you want
a dress?
Or a full dress.
Yep.
he wants a sundress.
Like a grandma dress or a mom dress. A moo. Yes.
He wants the Homer Simpson moo.
I'll take it.
No, I can't do that. It's too bright. No, it's because Sister Abigail sounds like a younger chick. So it has to be like a nicer, cuter dress. Like maybe black with white polka dots or some shit.
Okay.
And this will end the cast.
Yes.
That motherfucker better be in a dress.
Damn it.
If you could find a Bray Wyatt in a dress picture, that should be the.
I don't think so. I don't think he's ever done anything like that, right?
But
that's why he's saving it. He's saving it for the pay-per-view.
But
That's smart.
You can make it in WWE 2K18.
Oh shit!
Fuck it. You know what? That's gonna make me buy the game next week. Just to put that dude in a dress.
Okay. All right. I'll make a Sister Abigail mock-up of Bray Wyatt.
Please do. And put it on the Facebook board. On the Wrestling Babble on Facebook. That's how we plug it.
Yeah, man. All right. So please follow everything that we do. Red Cycle Inc. on all the platforms. Merc with the Mic on Twitter and Instagram. And the Wrestling Babble and the Red Cycle Inc. page on Facebook. Please give us a like and follow. Please subscribe to all our stuff. Coming soon, we may have it on iTunes. So stay tuned.
Oh shit!
All right, cool.
Where the big boys play in the power plant.
Yeah,
the online power plant.
Other than that, and always remember, follow Jenkins. Follow Jenkins.
Sandwich.
That sandwich. It's fall, so pumpkin spice latte. You can follow him with.
Wait, you said power plant. Does that mean we are the high voltage of podcasting?
Yes. I'll go with that.
I guess so. I'm a little sad about that. Anyway, please stay tuned for It Gets Better, I Swear. That will be
coming up next.
And I'll talk a little bit about 2K18 on that one. So, peace out. Later.
Peace.
Bye-bye.